What's up, everyone? My name is Big Cam. Welcome back to another movie review. Today we're going to be talking about the second of three in the Planet of the Apes trilogy. The first one that is Matt Reeves directed, and just right out the gate, right? They start with pretty much how the first one ends, where they're showing like lines on a grid of like planes pretty much flying to different areas and spreading this virus and this infection and showing how it became a planet of the apes and how the apes weren't affected by the virus because they were getting tested on to make the virus, right? So the apes' immune systems were better and it started killing off humans left and right, but then it's starting to get to the point where it's going to be humans versus the apes, right? Like, this is just the dawn of the Planet of the Apes, where the next one is War of the Planet of the Apes. And the apes didn't want war, but the humans want their planet back, and I don't blame them. It was our planet first, but the apes, we were apes first. You gotta understand. But just how this movie opens up, it's raining. The first initial shot of, the eyes here, like the ape itself looks so good. Like Rise of the Planet of the Apes, it looked pretty good, but you can still go back and watch that movie, and it's like, it does feel very CG, ish ape. It doesn't necessarily feel like a real ape. This movie, you can't tell me that it's not a bunch of apes. And it's shocking to know that it's Andy Serkis and a bunch of guys in pajamas. You know what I mean? Like, but he's got war paint on, and he's got this, like, just the wrinkles in the eyes and just this devilish stare. And, they pull out, and he's, leading this army of apes. They all got spears, so they've clearly advanced more and more. There's more of them are speaking, not necessarily like Caesar, but more of them can say like words like no, go, they could say some stuff, where Caesar's pretty much fully literate, but they also sign language between each other, so like they can communicate. They're very advanced apes. And watching this movie, you're just like, oh my god, like this is so menacing. And then humans come, they show that interaction. One of the guys shoots an ape, he tells him to leave, and they fight a bear, right? Like, there's so many things that happen in this movie that you're like, wow, like this looks so friggin' real. And then he shows up with the war paint with the skull like lines on his chest, and he goes, human home, ape home, apes do not want war, but we will fight, like much slower because he's an ape, but still, he friggin' Andy goddamn Serkis. And like, he shows, how Caesar has a family now, and I love by the end of this movie they go back to like the house, James Franco's house from the first one, right? So even though Matt Reeves wasn't like the director of the first one, he still like shows where they came from that first movie, and they go back there, and you see like a little footage. You go back to Caesar's room with the window, like, and then Koba from the first movie, right? Like, it's just so good, man. It's really one of my favorite movies in recent years. But like, look at just how this ape looks. Like, god damn, it looks good. The fur, like, just the wrinkles in the skin. Like, well, the technology has come so far that they made it look so freaking good. And this was in 2014, right? So Matt Reeves does everything he possibly can to make this movie look as good as it possibly can. And this is one of my favorite ones. I honestly think I might like this one slightly more than I like War of the Planet of the Apes. Ironically, though, Woody Harrelson in that movie is great. But we'll get to that movie, and we'll talk about that in a future review. I want to hear your thoughts down below. I gave this movie 4.5 out of 5 stars. Honestly, might even be a 5-star movie to me, but, 4.5, very, very solid score. It's about a 9 out of 10. The last battle where they have to climb the tower and that fight with Koba, it is pretty good, but like, I don't know, I feel like it could have been slightly better. But, maybe that's just me nitpicking. But comment below your thoughts. Click the links in the description. Go check out my Letterboxd. You can see all my movie reviews and all the movies I watched this year and my thoughts on those movies. Just, a different format of review. Here I'm telling you my thoughts off the top of my head and showing you some of the images that I liked from the movies. But over there, I just get my initial thoughts typed down. So go check out those. Follow me on Twitter or Instagram. Links down in the description below. Please smash that like button. And subscribe if you're new and you want to see my face again. I'm watching movies all the time. So if you're a movie nerd, Marvel nerd, Disney nerd, hit me up. If you're not any of those and you just like movies in general and you got movies you want to recommend to me, please send me movie recommendations down in the comment section, because I would love to watch some great movies and I would love to know what you guys are watching out there. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Big Cam and I'll see you later. Peace.